right, folks, Tony Dole's doing another rant. We're going to talk about guns, folks. Now, I was just watching, they were talking about Venezuela did a 5-year campaign to disarm its citizens. The socialists wanted to overthrow the government, so what they did is they started hiring ex-convicts and convicts alike. They'd get them out of prison, and they would arm them. And then they'd go do these shootings and stuff like that to scare the people. And it did. It worked. And so then the people were, really quick to say, okay, maybe we need to give up our guns. Well, then the socialist government, the socialists took over the government with the disarmed people because they couldn't fight back. And then they went ahead and suspended their constitution that they had and took over the government, instituted martial law. And now Venezuela is one of the worst ran, most violent, and broke countries in the Americas. That includes North America, South America, and Central America. All right? That's what happens with socialist control. You understand that? So it was a 5-year plan, and it worked. Venezuela was one of our economic strongholds. They were extremely rich, folks, extremely rich. And then the socialists went in there and ruined everything. Now it's extremely broke country, folks, and it's violent, and they're trying to flee there. I mean, come on. That is a template of what's happening here in America. Now, I'm not saying the Americans are hiring ex-convicts or convicts to go do these shootings. The shootings by whole and in part are actually true shootings. But understand this, okay? They publicize them highly to scare you. Okay, there's more stabbings. There is more baseball bat beatings. There's more people dying in drunk driving wrecks than there is mass shootings. You got to understand that, folks. Are we now going to ban knives and bats and automobiles and alcohol? We're going back to prohibition, So understand that, folks. That's what happens. And that's what's happening here in America right now. They're doing a campaign the exact same way they did in Venezuela, And the socialists are trying it. They're just calling themselves liberal Democrats now. Really, they're social Democrats. And they're trying to do the same thing to us here in America. Okay? So the next time you want to give up your arms, think about this. The Founding Fathers did this right here. They instituted the right to bear arms, to keep and bear arms. That's the Second Amendment right, to keep and bear arms. And it was not for hunting, okay? And it wasn't, the right to bear a black powder rifle, They said to keep and bear arms, all right? Now, that means any arms, folks. And it's not for hunting. What it's for is to protect your family, your property, and your community. That's what it's for. And not just against invaders into your house like burglars or whatnot, home invaders. It's not just for that. It's also to stand against a tyrannous government that wants to take away your rights. That's what it's for. All right. And that is what is occurring. They're trying to suspend the Second Amendment right. Your rights, folks, they're trying to suspend those. And everybody's all for it. Oh, yeah, well, maybe, they've been having a lot of these shootings. Yeah, they've been having a lot of them because the media is sitting there and they are, putting all this all over the news all the time to scare you. You understand that? That's all it's doing, folks. Let me explain something to you. If a 120-pound woman is walking to her car after work, whatever, and it's late at night, and a attacker comes at her, right, and she pulls out a pistol and fends him off because he's going to back off with one shot in the air. I guarantee you that. He's going to go, whoa, I ain't trying to get shot, But the fact of it is, same 120-pound woman walking out there, attacker coming at her, and she is unarmed, she's going to be victimized. You understand that? And that's not just a 120-pound woman. Let's say any woman, all right? Let's say any man, he's walking out to his car after a hard shift. It's dark, it's late at night, and a dude walks up, puts a pistol in his back. Because that criminal don't have to, he don't have to, do a background check. That criminal there, he doesn't have to worry about the gun regulations. All he's got to do is get one and put it in your face. You understand? So they're disarming the American citizens. Okay? The ones who have the right to bear arms should keep that right to bear arms. And vote against that anytime they try to bring up taking your firearms. Absolutely not. It doesn't matter if it's a bump stock or an extended magazine. It don't matter, folks, because what comes next? Next, oh, well, we better just ban any rifles that are, scary looking, like an AR-15 or something. And then, what they got to do? Now we're going to ban shotguns as well, and rifles, and we're going to ban pistols. Yeah, that's what happens, folks. That's what happens. It's one little thing after another on a plan. This is a plan to overtake our fucking government. Are you not seeing that, folks? Are you not seeing it? It's not a paranoia, or anything like that. It is occurring. And the American people are allowing it. And that's pretty sad. That's pretty sad that you would stand up to give up your rights that were put to us from our forefathers when this country was established as America. So anyway, that's my rant, folks. I'll give you an example. I was doing concrete work, right? We were in Oakland, and our foreman went out to the truck, and all he was going to do was grab a saw. And two guys walked up and robbed him. They robbed him of his wallet. We were all in the back. He come running back to us. They robbed him of his wallet, several tools, at gunpoint, and he had nothing to defend himself with. Now, let me explain something to you, folks. You ever heard of peace through ultimate firepower? Think about that. Peace through ultimate firepower. It's a deterrent. If you got a gun on your hip, it's less likely someone's going to walk up and try to rob you. Period. If you got a gun and they know you have a firearm and you can defend yourself, do you really think that someone's going to come up to you and try to rob you, rape you, assault you, anything, men or women? No, it's not going to occur, folks. It's not going to occur. Peace through ultimate firepower. Tony Dole's told you, next time that comes up on the ballot to take your rights, if you lose your rights, folks, and the socialists take over the government, you ain't going to have no rights. They're going to institute martial law. You are not going to have no rights. You're going to suspend the Constitution, the amendments, and you're fucked. Remember it. Peace through ultimate firepower. Have a good day.